Staff Sergeant Jeff Glinsky, GEOFF, GAWLINSKI, District 4 Centralized General Investigation Section. The Calgary Police Service has charged 3 people in connection with the drug trafficking operation. Following a 3-week investigation on Tuesday, March 5th, 2013, the District 4 operations team executed a search warrant in the 4500 block of 17th Ave Southeast. Officers seized various quantities of methadone and heroin, as well as several weapons. Ammunition, knives, brass knuckles, and drug paraphernalia were also confiscated. Of particular concern, investigators discovered a loaded .22 caliber pen gun. The modified weapon is the third pen gun seized by CPS since the beginning of 2012. These weapons are easily concealed and disguised and can be deadly at close range. Investigators are working with officers from the National Weapons Enforcement Support Teams to determine the origin of the guns and if they've been used in any crime. 3 people were inside the home at the time of the warrant: Colin Dean Oxtoby, 39, Rochelle May Harkis, 35, and Vivian Tracy Curran, 44. All of Calgary are charged with a total of 23 drug and weapons-related offences. Now, I have this firearm with me today. As you can see, it's easily concealed in my pocket. This has been made safe. There is no round in the chamber, but it's very easy to use. The round just goes into the bottom part of the pen, and you just simply screw it together. This pen looks no different than something you'd buy for a relative at a graduation. And as you can see, it is now, if there were a round in here, it would be armed and ready to go. And simply, it's just fired by pressing the top of this. And this could unleash a 22 round bullet, which is very dangerous. The concern with this to the public is that this type of activity is encouraging these individuals to arm themselves with these type of weapons, and this is basically considered a clandestine firearm. It's also a concern to our officers who work the front lines, and just shows you the dangers they encounter every day in dealing with weapons like this that don't appear to be weapons.
Important to note, guys, this was not the one seized during this investigation. This is one seized in a previous investigation.
It's exactly the same model.
Questions? I'm just going to pop it separate.
And also, when investigators had done tests on this firearm, it also appeared to have been shot as well, or it appeared to have been used.
What kind of damage could something like that do? I mean,
it could be fatal. The concern with 22 is that it would enter the body and it doesn't go through, and the round could do significant damage just by the way it moves once penetrating the body.
So is the point of having that over a different kind of firearm just the fact that it's easily concealed?
It's easily concealed. It's what's considered clandestine. So initially looking at it, to a lay person or even most people, they wouldn't consider this a threat. And obviously, if they're trying to use some sort of trickery or disguise in concealing their weapon, then they're planning to use it.
Where do you get those?
We're just trying to determine the origin of them. But if you do a search on the internet, there are places in the United States that sell them within the United States, and they are legal there. But to get this exact model, we do not know the origin yet. But we're still determining that.
They're illegal here?
Yes, they are. If anybody has information on any similar type of firearm, we're encouraging them to call Calgary Crime Stoppers through the regular means.
I apologize, I just had to change my batteries quickly, but can I get you just to say again a bit, what kind of threat is this to the public and to the city at large? I mean, what kind of damage can this do?
This firearm could kill you. As I just previously said, it's a 22 round. 22 rounds can be fatal. Once they enter the body, they most often they won't go through. So the damage they cause by the way they move once they go into the body can be fatal if it hits a vital organ.
Are we noticing, third pen gun, is this a trend that's starting to develop?
Well, in about the last year now, we've seized 3 of these as a service, 2 in my area in District 4. So it is becoming a concern. So again, we're trying to educate the public on a couple of issues. First, if you see any homes which you think have activity related to drug trade, where there's people coming and going in unknown vehicles and activity all times, please call us, and we'll look into to see what is going on with that. And it also just shows you that the people involved in the drug trade are arming themselves, and this poses a danger to the public and to our officers who are dealing with these people. The concern is that this firearm is fatal up close, but then again, it's not the most accurate firearm, and it can go a significant distance, at least half a mile. So if it wasn't accurate, where's that round going to go, and who's going to pay the price for that?
Those other two cases that you found the pen, I mean, were these all drug-related cases?
Yes, they were.
So what do you think the appeal is? I mean, just this small, being able to conceal this easily, or why have a pen?
I guess the art of surprise. If you're dealing with somebody that you can feel a threat, you can have the advantage because they may not consider that a threat by holding it. And initially, most people will not consider that to be a firearm.
Is it as easy as just clicking?
Absolutely. Again, I can demonstrate it again for you. It just pulls out, as you can see, that piece just pops up. That is basically the trigger, and that would fire it. That would be a 22 round. It holds a single shot. So you'd have to unscrew it and reload it again. But it's that simple. And if you're walking into a nightclub or somewhere like that, it's loud, somebody wouldn't know they got shot if they wanted to really be creative. So again, it looks harmless to the layperson, but if somebody was really willing to be sinister, they can do something and cause some serious damage to somebody, or be fatal.
What's the range on? Like, how far away can you fire?
In speaking to the people that have tested it, they think at least half a mile. So approximately 2,500 feet. An approximate speed of 1,700 feet per second. But it is most accurate up for approximately 3-yard radius.
And does it make a noise when it fires?
Yes, it makes a noise just like a shot.
So it's as loud as a...
Yeah, it's a gunshot because it has to hit the cap, the firing cap.
So, I mean, easily concealed 1,700 feet per second. I mean, you wouldn't see this coming.
Nope. If somebody wanted to use it on you, and again, our officers dealing with these people, always trying to initiate officer safety protocols, and this is just one more type of thing our officers are dealing with on a daily basis, and dealing with people in the drug trade.
I'm just trying to think of what's in that area, just for the purposes of making it easier for our writing. I mean, there's not a lot of home. Is it a house in that block? Is it an apartment?
It's a residence. It's a home.
It's a home?
Yeah.
So like a detached single home?
Yes.
Okay, just because the only thing I can think of in that block is like the McDonald's.
Yeah, it's in the vicinity of, obviously 45th Street and 17th Avenue Southeast.
Okay.
You said there's 3 found, I guess, within the last year or so. Can you speak to before that? Were these pretty rare before this last year here?
This specific model, there's been 3. All 3 models are they exactly the same? Yes. So this 3 exactly same model has been found now within the last year.
But they're the only ones of that model you've ever seen in Calgary?
We found people that can create other similar type of weapons that can shoot a single round, but nothing exactly like this pen gun.
Who's the market for this kind of weapon? Spies?
You tell me. But most people that
corporate people,
most people that purchase firearms to defend themselves are purchasing a conventional handgun, or in the United States, or but this is obviously somebody wants, like this is illegal in Canada. So somebody's obviously using this, not for defense, but obviously for a possible some sort of retaliatory move, or to gain the upper hand on something.
But they're legally made in the United States.
Not this model, but a similar model.
Do you know how they're sold? Like, what's the marketing?
They can be sold through mail on the internet. You can order them on the internet as long as you have all your documentation in order in the United States.
But it's not gang members making these things and selling it to other gang members.
No, it's a reputable company that's selling them, a legal company. But who's the market for it?
So do they have to, people who buy those in the States legally,
yes,
have to have them registered?
Yes. Yeah, you have to have all your documentation and licenses and certificates in order. But again, if a child picked this up, they would not think this is a weapon.
Sorry, I was a few minutes late, so I'm not sure if I missed it, but how did you guys end up finding this? If you can just
it was a result of a search warrant done on a home in the 4500 block.
But you weren't looking for that?
No, we're not looking for that. The reason for the entry into the residence was under a drug warrant was granted.
Okay, and so how did you guys?
It was found in possession of one of the occupants in that home.
But do you go every time you do a search? Do you have to check every pen and every
Like, how did you know that this was
Yeah, did you
a-
realize it was a weapon when you first saw it?
Well, the officers that actually seized that had seized another one before, so they're familiar with this weapon. So they identified it
But
right
it
away
could
because of
potentially-
their previous experience.
It could have been potentially used against them at that moment.
Absolutely. That's a concern. And, when people have things in their hands, and in that situation, we're asking people to drop everything in their hands.
And just to be clear, just make sure that, I want to make sure I get this right. I mean, these aren't being constructed here in the city. These are being made by a company, and they're finding their way into Calgary.
Like I said, this internet company, this pen did not come from this internet company that I did the research on.
Mm-hmm.
But they're obviously being professionally made somewhere, and we're trying to get the origins of where they're being made.
Okay.
And you mentioned that you've seized 3 of this model, but there may have been other pens?
In the past, there's 3 of this exact type. So the specifications are all exactly the same as this one. In the past, we've seized people. You can make a firearm if you're creative enough and good enough with machine work. You can make something that will fire a projectile. So we have found in the past, and I don't have any stats in front of me right now, but there have been people have made objects that can fire a firearm. But now we've noticed a trend in the last year of 3 of this exact model.
That is ready-made.
Yes. And obviously they're coming from somewhere because they're all made in the exact same fashion and specifications.
But these 3 weren't from that one the legal
No,
company that
no.
sells them. They're not
No.
registered to anyone.
No. And that's one thing our investigators are working on. They're trying to determine the origin of where these are being made and how they're getting into Canada. So again, if anybody has any information about these pen guns, about how they're coming into Canada, if they can contact Calgary Police through Crime Stoppers, that would be great.
So they're not made like, well, I guess traditional weapons with serial numbers and company stamps or etchings.
That's right.
So it's organized crime making them.
I don't know about that, but it's like a generic. They're generically made. There's not like a recognized brand name or model from one of the reputable companies that do make firearms.